Alright, I got the little bunny. Took him over to my parents so he could run around. Try not to hit the freaking mirror. I either come really close to hitting the mirror or I run over all my parts and stuff that I got laying right outside the door here. Right there. Jeez. Ugh, need a bigger garage. I was thinking about this all night. Today, this piece that I hate so much. I looked online, I can't seem to find anything other than this exact part, and it's not the right one, but it says it is, so I'm gonna have to make this work somehow. So my thoughts were, because if you remember, with this hooked up and these two hooked up, this was a little shifty, but I think I can make that work. This was hitting the defrost vent right here, so I need to take this tube and somehow get it to come out like that instead of like that. I think if I can get it parallel with this one, then this is flexible so it can flex around and go behind the instrument cluster, and I think I can make it work. So that is my mission. I'm going to slice that. I don't know where all I'm going to have to cut. Use heat, use JB weld, whatever the hell it takes. But I gotta make this work, so that is my goal. Okay, so let's do this one. Okay, got that cleaned out. So, I think I could just heat that up and bend it? I wouldn't get that lucky, would I? Okay, let's see. Probably want low, but we want hot. So try 800 degrees, because that's as hot as it goes. Don't really want to deform this though. Give me a few minutes here. Well, if this plastic is designed to have hot air going through it, it's probably going to resist what I'm trying to do. Who am I kidding? This is probably old plastic grocery bags melted down or something. Okay, so I'm going to try to stretch that. Damn, that's hot. Alright, so should bring it up a little bit. Maybe I can make this like egg-shaped, and that'll give me the, because where I'm having an issue, that duct is like right in this area. So this whole plastic needs to be like on that side of where my knife is. So if I could make this like egg-shaped, along with the duct, make them both kind of egg-shaped. I could probably put it in there with this attached to it, so these have to be lined up, I believe. It's pretty close, because all the vents are, you know, in a straight line on the dash, so yeah, maybe I can heat these up and do that. I don't want to cut it, you know, other than as a last resort. Ah, damn it. It gets so soft. Alright. I guess just a good beat around this guy. Ugh, don't breathe this crap in. I think I told you guys my story about that, making a speaker box when I was like 16, 17. Get a lung full of this stuff, it will mess you up. Oh my god, I didn't think I was ever going to be the same. That's how bad it messed me up. Oh man, just getting a whiff of it is bad. Ugh. Okay. Put some heat on this again, see if we can't speed this up. So you gotta be very careful not to breathe it. What's the best way to do this? Probably from underneath. Well, I'm not going to make you guys watch this. I'm going to heat it up for a while. Alright guys, I got that over there. I got the heat gun blowing on the silicone, trying to dry it off over there. So, I was thinking about another thing, another failure from the last video was when I tried to do the alignment and we checked the toe in, toe out, and it was like pretty balls on, like dead even from the front of the front wheels, you know, the gap in between the front part of the front wheels versus the gap between the back part of the front wheels. You know, if, like, say there's too big of a gap in the front, that means it's towed out, and if there's too big of a gap in the back, that would mean it's towed in. But they were pretty much dead even, so that's, I don't know, this thing pulls to the left a little bit, and it's got some uneven wear on that front driver's side tire, which I may rotate them. I haven't even checked the pressures yet, so I'm going to do that also, because they can look the same. But another thing I started thinking about is what holds that front axle, you know, straight or like parallel with the rear axle. It's just some U-bolts on those shackles, those U-bolts on the leaf springs. So if you hit a bump hard enough or something, I was thinking, what if that front axle tweaked, you know? What if one wheel's farther forward than another? So then I was thinking, like, well, how could I, what was that noise? How could I measure that? So I was looking for a place to measure, and I found that bolt right there, and I measured from that bolt up to the center of the hub on the front wheel, and on this side I got 61 3/4. On the driver's side it was about 62 1/16. So, but then again, if you saw the last video how terribly I messed up on the measuring, so I'm just going to show you guys like how I'm measuring, and this is not scientific at all, but this is just, again, like kind of like the other day, just to see if we're in the ballpark or not. So this is what I did. Took it right from that bolt. And it is, yeah, it's actually about 61 5/8. When I did it before, I didn't bend it right here, so. And then let me take you around to the other side. We're like 3/8 of an inch farther forward over here. So, I mean, I don't know, does that mean that the body is square? No, that doesn't really mean anything. I probably need to find a couple other points to measure from, but just looking at it, that was the one thing that stuck out, like, oh, that should be the same on both sides, hopefully. But I'll try to find some other spots and see if that's actually an issue. And then, okay, so back over to here, this has been aimed on there for quite a while. I've just been moving it back and forth, resting it on this knife here. It's at 600 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, and it's got quite a ways to go, but we're looking good actually. As far as the shape, we're almost touching. This one is bent upward because we're pretty much touching this one. That's what that clamp is for. And I already took the other clamp off because we're definitely egg-shaped, and that's going to get us away from, you know, down here where we were touching. So pretty happy with that. You guys, so another place I was trying to measure from is this bolt up here to the shock mount. Just oh, come on. Hopefully we can get a good read off of that. I can't see it, but I'll play it back right now and see what we're looking at and go to the other side. Okay, before I switch sides again, I'm going to go straight from the axle itself to this bolt right here, and to the center of the bolt, that 1'5", that's 17 inches, looks like about to the center of that bolt. I got the camera in line with my eyeball. It looks like the center would be about 17 1/8. Does that look right to you guys? Pretty damn close anyway. Let me go to the other side. I gotta turn the wheel back the other way, give me a sec. So from the axle on this side straight to that bolt, we're about 17.25 over here, which that's only 1/8 of an inch difference. My other measurement from the bolt back there was way more different. So, and I don't know, you know, the axle, I was trying to go off like, let's do that also. Give me 1 sec. I'll do the measure. This time from the bolt to that shock tower bolt, 14.25 or so to the end of the bolt. And that could be different if they used an extra washer or something on the other side. That's so maybe if we go all the way to the shock, that's 15 3/16. I don't know. Okay, I found another place I thought we could measure from. So this shock bolt, this bolt actually comes out of this. Maybe I can show you from underneath. So hopefully that would be the same on the other side, you know what I mean? So I was thinking I could measure from there, put that right on the end of that, over to this bolt. We're just over 14, so 14 1/16 maybe. Maybe 14 1/8 to the center of the bolt. So that's, I'll go check, and I'm on the driver's side right now, so let me go check the passenger side. I'm just trying to get, if I can get like 3 or 4 different data points that all tell me, you know, I gotta turn the wheel again, give me a sec. But if I can get 3 or 4 different indicators telling me, you know, the driver's side is farther forward, then it might be worth it for me to loosen those U-bolts and try to adjust it a little bit. Okay. Let's get the old power steering going. Don't listen to that music. Shut up, Katie. I just don't want to get copyrighted. Actually, this tire's looking low now. I gotta. First thing you should ever do, you should always do, is check the pressure, which, of course, I haven't done that yet, but I'll do that next. But I just don't think that would give me all the symptoms that I'm having. Okay. All right. Oh, wow. It's way different. 13 5/8. What in the hell? No, 13 3/4. Wasn't the other side 14 and something? So that would mean that our driver's side is, you know, the axle. If we're driving, this is straight, our axle on the driver's side is farther forward like that. That could cause all kinds of problems. But, you know, I've got several measurements that are pretty close, and then ones like that that are, you know, really far off. So I'm not really sure which ones to trust. I do think that it is farther forward on the driver's side, so I just don't have a good plan of attack for how much and how, like, I could loosen the nuts on the bottom of those U-bolts and kick it back 1/4 inch or so, tighten them back down. I mean, but I don't know if I'd be doing the right thing. So I'm just like still in the process of trying to figure out what it could be, you know. But it does seem like that could be the case. Hi, shithead. Oh, no, I'm not a poopy head. I'm a nice kitty. Are you a good boy or are you a bad boy? I don't know. I don't know what to think. I think you might be kind of bad.
You just live in the orange cat life? Yeah. Are you annoyed by me? That's okay. You're supposed to be. You don't go to work, you don't do nothing, so we're allowed to annoy you. And then there's this one. Meow. You're the good one, huh? But you do start some fights, huh? Yeah, you're the good one. He's the sweet one. Huh, Bubba? Did you guys mess up your table yet? Yeah, it's not that dirty. The bunny got to go to my parents' house today and run around in the grass, so that was nice. His cage is already a wreck. Okay guys, any guesses on tire pressure? Guess I should have just looked at the T. What the? If you guessed 11.5, you'd be pretty close. Wowza. Maybe 12. Oh yeah, 12, easy. Okay, I guess I should have done this day one before I ever drove it home. I think I actually meant to do this at that first gas station I stopped at in 3 Points, and I never did. Wow, that's embarrassing, guys. So, 14? Since it pulls to the left, I'm going to be shocked if that driver's side tire is much less than 12, because that's what it would take to make that side pull. It's because we were doing off-roading. That's why they're so low. I just got out of a wash. You guys knew that, right? This thing already rides like a brick. So yeah, same. So that's not the reason why it pulls to the left. Show you guys. It is about the same, so not our issue. I mean, it's an issue. I'll air it up right now, but not the issue. Now I have one of those pancake air compressors, but it's really loud and kind of annoying. This thing's actually pretty cool. I think my parents got it for me for Christmas or birthday a couple years ago. It's got this no-name 2 amp hour 20 volt battery, which you could probably do 2 tires with it, maybe 1 if it's a big tire. But you can also do, and this is the charger, but you can also do 120 volts, which I believe this one's the charger. I think this is to power the machine. So let me check. Okay, let's see. Okay. And it actually tells you what the pressure is. 12. And it's pretty cool. You can. Wow, we don't want 82, I don't think. What the hell was I airing up my motorhome, maybe? I'm gonna say 24, maybe? I don't know. Pretty slow. These little ones always are. But with that little pancake one, I would have to refill it 2 or 3 times just to air up all these tires, so I'd rather just do it like this. Alright guys, so keeping with our theme, 1 step forward, 3 steps back, I'm gonna have to redo this. It's hard to get you in there, but as you can probably see, that one's lined up. I mean, basically, you know, this will pop in there because I got it open on the back. This is lined up, this is basically lined up, or it would be if we didn't have issues still. And what I did wrong, because I did this without taking it apart, where I squeezed it at the wrong angle. I needed to squeeze it, I squeezed it at an angle up like this. I needed to squeeze it at like a 45 like that. Had I done that, I think I would be golden. And I also kind of need to stretch it a little bit while I'm doing all that, so I'm gonna try to do that. Also, my silicone came undone because I didn't, you know, I rush everything and don't give stuff enough time. So anyways, I gotta pull it back apart, re-silicone it, reclamp it, let it sit overnight, and then hopefully in the morning I can do that. And I probably won't put the top all the way together, you know, I'll just throw a bolt or 2 in there and leave all the dash apart overnight. So I'll just do enough to where I can lock it up. Alright, so I've been heating this guy up for a little bit, trying to get it round again. And like I said, I need to stretch it a little, so I'm going to heat the whole thing up and do the accordion deal. I guess I could do that after it's done. Just do like from here over whatever I need, like tomorrow. But I'm just going to get this set up. There we go. If I can let it cool like that, it's probably good. I'll deal with that tomorrow. But what we need to do, I need to heat this guy up, don't I? Really trying not to breathe the vapor coming off of that, because that silicone wasn't 100% dry yet, as you can see. And I never scuffed it up, so it didn't stick super well. Good enough for what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to seal it so no air gets out. Not like these are sealed anyway, you know. They literally click together. So probably all kinds of air getting blown out. I guess every HVAC system does that to some extent, except for the people that really take pride in their work, do a good job. And you go into these older attics and stuff, and it's not uncommon to see like a whole duct that's like not even connected, and it's horrible what that's doing to their utility bill. Alright, so let's get that on there again. Okay, so we're like that, and we need, I forget what we need to be like. We need to be, I believe, like that, right? Yes. So, double check that. I don't want to bore you guys, but I'm just going to heat it up a little bit. I'll pop it apart, put some silicone on it. That's probably good, actually. I lied again. I'm going to rotate the tires on this left side real quick. Real quick. Do I dare test drive it with only a couple bolts holding the windshield in? Yeah, that seems safe. Wow, so yesterday was a fail and today was a success, at least for the alignment part. It wasn't the alignment. It drives 1,000% better just by switching those tires around. I can't believe it. I've never had that big of a difference just from switching tires. That is crazy, but I'm really happy. I'm really happy that there wasn't something wrong with this thing being bent, or, you know what I mean? Wow, guys, that was a night and day difference. I am so happy that I switched those around before I went any deeper into that. That's amazing, the difference. I think it might still be towed out just a tiny bit, so I may play with that, but it's not even, it's such a nothing of a big deal, you know. Gosh, I'm so happy. Just wanted to say that was a success. So half of what was failed yesterday, the alignment, which we didn't need, but that issue is solved, and I'm hoping, I got my other part sitting over there resting, drying, and hopefully I finally have the right angle. I think it's clocked correctly while that silicone sets up, and I'm just going to let it set overnight. So tomorrow I should be able to throw it in there. And the other half of yesterday's failure video should be a success. It just takes me a couple tries sometimes. So anyways, awesome. Have a good night. I just remembered one last thing I wanted to do tonight. Don't know if you guys have seen it yet. I had to edit it out of the last video. Oh man, my spring just came undid. Anyways, the cable, the hot cold lever inside there on the climate controls, that cable is frozen, like meaning this cable right here would normally, when you slide that back and forth, this would normally move up and down. So this is an arm. It pivots in there, and then it's supposed to push in and pull out on this, and I'm assuming this is a valve, because this hose goes right over here to the heater core. That's a lot. What do you think, a little more? Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go out there and pull on the cable. Oh crap. Probably need to leave my light in here for you guys. Hopefully I can see it. All right. Well, did anything cool happen? I heard some clicking. This is what we got since last night. I took the clamps off of it earlier. And got a little bit of silicone stuck to the rag. Come on. Come on. Okay. But I think we've got this clocked at the correct angle now. Let me see. So it sits in there like this. Yeah, that should be the shape we need. I think that will work. Alright guys, let me show you. We got that one in. Got that one in. Hopefully you can see it. Sorry about the background noise. And that guy is zip tied around there. I had to split it, but anyway, finally, that only took 3 days, right? Alright, I'm gonna see if I can get everything else back in and without disturbing it. We'll see. Alright guys, so if you never give up, you've got about a 30% chance of making it work. Here, I'll show you. Piece of paper. There's that vent. That one. That one. That one's probably the weakest one. This guy's really strong. Anyways, yeah. I'm pretty happy because that was a lot of failures it took to make that work. I just didn't really have a choice. I couldn't find any other part number for a different vehicle. There was tons of them on eBay, but they were all the same part number as the one I got. But it said it worked for 87 Suzuki Samurai, but it also said SJ413, SJ410, just about every vehicle. So either they are different from right hand to left hand drive, and those people don't know it, or I don't know, or I just had a lot of problems with that particular piece. Didn't want to go in there, but after modifying it, got it to work. It wasn't fun, but I had to drop the windshield 3 times just on this one little deal. But anyways, guys, I appreciate you watching my failures and successes. That's going to do it for this one. I'll hopefully see you in a day or two. Take care.